Hi guys, anyone on?
I don't know.
Hey Mud Pie.
Mud pie. Always the first one in the door.
Yep. Just wait for others to join. We have hi Diana. We have like no battery. For some reason our computer is not charging, so I don't even know if we're gonna be able to stay on. It looks like it's going up.
Yeah, it's going up to 16%.
So it's like at 16%.
High flying VS.
Are you guys staying warm where you are? It's so cold here the last couple days. Good, I'm glad. Just let us know if it starts like lagging or anything because of our low battery. I don't know how. Hey, Texas boys.
Hey, sweet.
We got a late start because our computer's not charging. What are you guys up to tonight? Anything exciting? Hey, Texas boys, I watched, I think, almost all of the collaborations. Everybody did a great job. I need to go check out the recipes now, though. Hey, guys. Oh, hi, Lois Ann.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to get about 2.5 inches of snow tonight.
And then like another 3 or 4 Friday, I think.
Yep. And it's cold. Been in like the 20s pretty much every day.
Yeah, but like the wind chills just bites.
Yeah, we woke up this morning, it was about 6.
Yeah. And somebody left the chicken coop door open last night. Because it's usually my job. But every now and then he's like, I'll get it for you. And I went out to feed him this morning before work. And I was like, oh no. So they were probably a little cold. Well,
Yep, I got distracted. I took the dogs out. I had two missions: take the dogs out, close up the chickens, and the dogs started being cued out in the yard, and I got distracted. And
excuses.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why it's okay. Who was I watching? It was actually Texas Boys. It was Kip Smith, his collaboration, and he was talking about, before you really anything that you do on your homestead that would be a significant either investment or effort, make sure you sit down and you talk about it and you both agree within your family what are the expectations, how are we going to manage them and everything. So it's always just been kind of my thing that I take care of the animals and he kind of does the infrastructure to support and maintain the farm, and it's a really nice relationship that we have, and I don't mind it and he doesn't mind it. So probably because it's just not in your roles and responsibilities on the homestead.
Yep, I'm a very structured person. And if I
Yeah.
try to do something that's not part of my structure, it just throws me off.
Yeah, habits are habits.
Yep.
So I wanted to give you guys an update on my potatoes. If you watched the potato video, I got so much good feedback and I know what I did wrong and what to do differently next time. So I brought up some of the not best examples, but these are 2 of the lesser sprouted, because if you saw the other ones, like the eyes are probably 2 feet tall. What? Yeah.
Close.
And some things that I learned. Okay, you're blocking me. Some things that I learned. Number 1, I think it was in the video like 55, 56 degrees down there, and that's too warm. So most people said, hey Valerie, most people said keep them anywhere above freezing to like mid 40s. I didn't think us going down in the basement to get into like the chest freezer and stuff, so we flip on the light for like 2 minutes, and I didn't realize how much that light was going to, I guess, affect the potatoes, but it really does. So you're supposed to have it in complete darkness. And then they recommended that it be on the cooler outside wall. And we do have a whole nother back room of our basement where I probably should have put them.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly thought humidity would be a bad thing for them, but humidity is a good thing for them, and they should be at, somebody said it, like 90% humidity. So
Really?
that's kind of why I didn't put them in that back room, because that's where our sump pump is. Is that how you say it? Sump pump is?
Yep.
For all you southern people that don't have basements, that's the thing that keeps the water out of your basement. And so I just assumed that would be bad for it, but that's a good thing. So I'll probably do that differently next year. A lot of people recommended putting them in your garage. And some people even said they have an unheated garage. I think that would not work for us because we definitely get below freezing in our garage. Another thing I learned is they're not ruined. You can cut your eyes off of your potatoes if they start to sprout like 2 times and still be able to plant them. So I'm going to go through, last lesson learned, they should not have been in that cardboard box with all those wood shavings. They said it just created too much of a warm climate for them, that just keep them spread out open or in like a slat crate box or something like that.
And they didn't have any ventilation.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove all the sprouts, because what I've been doing since I posted that video is ignoring the problem. Because I hate it when I fail. I do. I can't stand it. I just would rather pretend that didn't happen and I'll try again. But why do that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and try to get all the eyes removed, spread them out, put them in that back dark corner, and hopefully it works out. So that's what I learned about potatoes. If you guys have any other tips on how to store potatoes, let me know.
Yeah, and Tony, welcome.
Hi, Tony.
I know you're new to our channel. I think you just posted a comment the other day, so welcome. Look at this beast back.
Yeah, those dogs like to burrow.
They bury themselves. You put a blanket down and they'll dig right in there and bury themselves in it.
What else is new?
What else is new? You've been working a lot on your winter sowing experiment.
Yep.
And we have a video that's 95% done, ready to go on that. I think we've mentioned it a couple of times in our live stream because it's something that she's been working on for the last couple of weeks now.
Yeah, I probably started it mid-January with the first onions. As it's a total experiment here. I just learned about the process. I really wanted to get seeds started this year and not have to rely on buying starts or anything like that. And with the onions, what I learned was kind of some of my failures have been, because I get like onions that are like this big around, and part of the problem is I'm starting with the little start onions, and supposedly they are a biannual plant, and those are second year onions, so they're only going to get so big. So if you start them from seed, you're going to get first year onions, and that's where you get your big production from. So we're going to try that. Yes, he's totally photobombing, but hopefully she'll stay still now.
Yeah, and when she gets buried in, she'll stay.
Yeah.
But from our recycle bags, she's been stealing all of the 2-liter bottles, cutting them up, turning them into little miniature greenhouses. But the whole point is not to make a little greenhouse. It's to make a little container to keep everything safe.
No, it is still to create a greenhouse effect too.
But then you put it outside in the cold. That way the plant grows like it would grow in nature, right?
Yeah. So like you're just kind of mimicking nature, I guess. This is a picture, and you'll see more when we get the video published. But I really can't take the credit for any of it because I learned it from a gal named Fresh Cut Kentucky, and she's got a ton of awesome videos. The way that she explained it in one of her videos, or maybe it was something I read, was that it mimics kind of more like the permaculture design or the permaculture principles, in that seeds are going to fall naturally in nature, and winter's going to do its thing, and those seeds that are the hardiest are going to be the ones that come up. So you don't do this with everything. You do it with those plants that are considered hardy plants, those things that you would plant first thing in the spring, or your perennials that you would want to start. So I did plant, from a perennial perspective, the only thing I did was rhubarb and some, one of the herbs. I don't remember what it was, but you'll see, like, they're completely covered in snow right now. And then as spring happens, I guess I'm gonna like start peeling back. Don't you guys like my duct tape? That cute little penguin duct tape? I didn't have any duct tape. I didn't know we were out, so I had to go steal from my daughter's craft box. And as the days start warming up and you get those warm days and those cold nights, you're going to start breaking open that duct tape and opening them up for the day, and it supposedly creates a much hardier plant, hardens them off. So we'll see how it goes. You know, if it doesn't work, I'm no worse off, right? So yeah. I have to just go by starts.
Yep, it's definitely a good experiment.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really cost us anything, really,
well,
just to try
the
it.
99-cent packets of seeds, you know,
yeah.
So.
Yep, for sure.
So that was that.
We talked about potatoes
mm-hmm.
and the winter sowing project.
What other video do we have coming out? Was it one more? Oh, somebody asked me, because I'm a brand new kombucha maker. Like, I'm just having beginner's luck because it's working out amazingly. I get this tremendous carbonation, and I have no idea what I'm doing. But I went ahead and made a video on how to make kombucha the non-scary way by a newbie.
I think it turned out good.
Yeah, so.
Hi, Christy.
I'm trying all kinds of different flavors. This last time I tried a beet kombucha. I didn't give it away on the video, but you guys get all the inside tips. When I cracked open that jar, I was like, I'm sure it's going to be good, right? Because it just smelled like so beety.
Oh, the beet juice?
Yeah, the beet juice.
Yeah, she brought it to me afterwards, and she was like, smell this.
So I didn't give this.
Like, oh my
I was like, I didn't give that totally away in the video, how awful that smelled, did I?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, like, with the sweetness of the kombucha tea, it's, if anything else, it's going to be healthy for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What else is up? Yeah, it is like I don't even know how to say that, but I know what you're talking about, flying versus farm. I thought about doing that too with something in the food forest. And I can't remember what. Using those, is it cloche? Is that how you say that? I think that they look beautiful when you see them in those pretty fancy kitchen gardens like Elliott Homestead has. They're so pretty. You know what she's talking about, those little glass things that you set down in your garden, and it creates kind of almost like a terrarium effect or something like that. No.
I don't know that one. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I also had my first time, so this is my first year keeping chickens. And everything has gone like swimmingly with our chickens. Like things that you hear about, I just haven't had problems. They never stopped laying in the winter.
Yeah, like summer we got 6 eggs a day.
Yeah.
Fall we got 6 eggs a day. Every day in the winter we got about 6 eggs a day. We only have
seven laying hens.
Seven laying hens, so we get about an average of 6 eggs per day.
Yeah. I raised our meat birds outside in the brooder. I didn't go through the hassle of setting up a brooder in the house or the garage or anything. Anyway, point being, I had the first scary moment with my chickens. I went out last night, or no, when I got home from work yesterday to get the eggs,
At Wolf Creek.
and they, one of my barred rocks looked really bad, just like hardly had, like, it looked like neck feathers, and she just looked really thin. And I'm like, okay. She had already been being, like, I thought she had been being pecked on her head, and I had brought her in a couple of weeks ago and gave her some blue coat on it. Just not sure what was going on. And then I thought about her all day today, and I said, when I get home, I'm going to go get her and see what's going on. Because then I started panicking. Is it mites? Is it lice? Do I have some disease happening? Because I was researching it while I was at work. I got home, got her. She seemed a little sensitive to touch. But I checked her over head to tail, and I found nothing other than what appears to be she's molting, which I was not expecting at all. So here you see her, like, little head and neck is kind of, you'll see it better in the next picture. Go to the next picture. So it's like she's getting brand new pin feathers and feathers. And I'm like, I thought you weren't supposed to do this till like next fall. So after I kept her in the house at first, just thinking she wouldn't be warm, because like we said, it's really cold here. And I haven't been panicky about that. I don't heat their coop or anything. They're just super hardy chickens, but not having feathers to keep her warm, I was worried. So I had her in a crate, gave her some apple cider vinegar, water with a little bit of honey, gave her her own bowl of food, thinking, because she did feel thin. And I will see Green Gables. I've never seen a chicken molting. I mean, I've seen pictures on the internet, but not anything that I own. And I started researching Lisa Steele's Fresh Eggs Daily blog, because she is the guru you're supposed to go to. And I guess it's even happened to her. One of her hens molted during January. And she said, she thought about it. She was a little concerned, but she recommended definitely don't bring them inside. So I was like, crap, I've got this chicken in the house now. I need to get her out. And just make a chicken sandwich with her at night. So you kind of that's what I did. I just took her from the crate and put her out in the pen and stuck her in the pile of chickens. Because we have a really super deep litter going on out there, deep litter method, and they love huddling down in the pine shavings while it's cold. So I just put her down in there. So I'm worried about her, but I guess I gotta trust nature.
Yeah.
But have you guys ever had a chicken that's molted in the winter? I don't know. I figure I'll make her some eggs. They recommended giving her extra protein during the winter. And we have a whole bunch of sunflower seeds from our fall harvest. So I'll give her some sunflower heads tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, we have a bunch. We grew a lot of sunflowers over the summer. Yeah. Just to keep them as chicken treats. Mm-hmm. Green Gables is saying to feed her cat food. Huh.
Well, we have that from our last dog, that canned dog food. So we had a really sick dog. He died actually the day last year that we closed on this house, and he was our best friend. And he had gotten to the point where he wasn't eating anymore, so we tried everything. I went and bought that Rachel Ray's gourmet canned dog food, and he wouldn't touch it, so I have a crate of that. I can try that. Cat food or game? I did hear about game bird feed, yeah. Really? Yours just finished molting too? Okay, well, good to know, Okay. If I skip ad, do folks get money from YouTube? I don't know, because we're not monetized. I don't know how that works. Maybe Texas Boys can answer you.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like I think it was either 5 seconds. You have to watch the first 5 seconds of the video or the first 30 seconds. But not all videos are that long, so I don't know exactly how it works. We're a new channel, like she said, and we're definitely not monetized at this point. Um, so I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah. That's some big updates. I have a lot more, but I don't want to bore you guys with updates of like just what we're doing around the house. I guess a little bit of motivation lacking on because it is so cold outside and there's so many things like we have to do to get ready for spring. So I think about, there's been a lot of, we even participated in a collaboration, What is Homesteading? And I think back to Homesteaders back in the original Homesteaders. And I doubt that they would have said, heck with this, I'm not going to go build a fence because
Right.
it's less than 30 degrees outside. But, we're spoiled and we have our conveniences and we're used to them. But trying to figure out ways to work around the lack of winter motivation to work in the winter.
Yeah, and you can only, yeah, building a fence. It's not like we can go out and
Drill in the ground.
frozen ground and and dig fence posts in the permafrost. But there's definitely so many projects that we could be working on. We're just
Yeah.
it's like winter hibernation time.
Yeah, or winter rest time, I think, is something that I think about too. I mean, God made the seasons for a reason, and winter's your time to kind of rest and recuperate and build up kind of your strength to tackle the next spring through fall, I guess. Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
I'm not showing anything.
Oh, you're not?
I was just
Okay.
getting something ready
Oh,
for
okay.
for our next discussion. Unless you want to do
No, I don't want to
that
do that.
discussion.
I want to do this one.
Oh, you want to do that one
Yeah.
next? Okay. Angie's Pantry. Hi.
Hey, Angie. Glad you're here. Last live show, I mentioned that I tried a new company, and we are the biggest online shoppers.
Mm-hmm.
We can't stand going to stores to buy something if we don't have to. And I love giving new companies a chance. So if there's an ad that pops up, say on Facebook or Instagram, or I get an email, if it doesn't look like spam or anyway, I'll check them out, see what they have to offer, and if it's worth trying, I'll try it. So the last company that I tried, I was really excited about because I have grew up on generic brands. I don't think my mother ever bought a single brand name food or product item growing up. So when the Aldi's became all the rage, we had already been shopping at Aldi since I was in high school. It was like not a big deal. But this company is called Brandless. Can you show them the picture of the website?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Life Goes North.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for joining.
Awesome. Anyway, the company's called Brandless. We're going to just show you a quick picture of the website. And basically what it is it's all these products are not branded. They also, a lot of them fall into the certified organic category, non-GMO, gluten-free. And the catchy part about it is all the items are $3. Now, sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't, but I wanted to try it. Because a lot of times when you buy something, it's 2 for $3. So I want to show you guys some of the things that I wanted to try to see if it was worth it. And because if you got to watch our entry live stream when we first launched our channel, I think I mentioned in that one of our goals in homesteading is that we're more responsible consumers. And one of the purposes of for me in our homestead is that I have to consume less, or that if I am consuming something, I'm making sure it's not wasteful consumption, that I'm not producing more garbage, trying to think about even the level of recycling because we know not everything gets recycled. So some of them were fails and some of them were goods. So toilet paper, and it is made from, it's good for your septic system. It is made from not paper. It's made from sugarcane waste and bamboo. So we don't have to impact the trees, which was a good thing. But so this little pack was $3, and that might be good for some of you, but I'll just tell you, we buy Angel Soft, and their rolls are like twice as big as this. Now it's paper, so then you just have to say, do I want to be a responsible consumer and pay a little bit extra for toilet paper? Obviously, we haven't used it on our rear ends yet, so I don't know how it feels. But I think it feels nice just in the package. Hey, Bet in the Farm?
Yeah, and so this company, the one thing we did mention from the start, there's like zero affiliation with this company.
No.
We
like we're going to be affiliated by anyone yet.
Yeah, I don't want you to seem like this is like an advertisement for something. We tried something, and we'll spend about 5 minutes telling you whether we think it's a good idea or a bad idea, basically.
I'll tell you I'll show you a product that I'm excited about. And I haven't even opened it yet, so hold on. So we eat a lot of spaghetti, Italian things, because his mama and grandmother straight off the boat. So spaghetti sauce, all organic, $3. If I go to Kroger and buy organic Amy's or whatever spaghetti sauce, it's well over $3 a jar. And I know I should know how to can my own spaghetti sauce. I tried it 2 summers ago and it tasted funky. So I'll still work on that, but in the meantime, I have to buy it. So spaghetti sauce was a happy one. And because I'm making lots of kombucha, I did buy, where did I set that?
Bet in the Farm. Hi, welcome.
I bought lots of teas. So I bought all kinds of different ones. Black tea, green tea. This one's a chamomile tea. And I had been buying, because I only buy organic teas, I'd been buying either Numi or Yogi. And they're well over $3 at the store for a box of tea. And my daughter loves her quick and easy meals of macaroni and cheese. These were 2 for $3. And if you compare it to the Annie's brand that I buy for her, oh, sorry, you can't see it, it's more than that. So those are some of the items. Let me show you the one last fail. So we had gone completely, our desire was to go paperless with respect to paper plates, paper towels this year, and we were there. I bought the fabric napkins, invested in that initial investment, and we were just using our dishes. But they had compostable paper plates, again made from sugarcane bamboo waste. And I was like, oh, I'll surprise Todd. I'll get him some more paper plates.
I'm a paper plate junkie.
He is a paper plate junkie. I
am. It's just so easy.
Yeah. Yes, Bet in the Farm, I have tried their tea. It's phenomenal. It's perfect. This is the paper plate. So it's a dessert size. Dessert size, not worth $3.
Yeah,
so
see how thick?
Yeah.
How many plates?
I don't know. Anyway, it's
32 plates for $3.
Yeah, not worth it. Unless you, again, don't mind the extra cost to be a responsible consumer.
Yep.
So,
hi, Leslie. Avalon Acres Farm.
Hi. So I just felt like showing that to you because it's always so fun for me to try new products and new companies, and if they're worth their weight, why not share it? Oh, and the first time you buy from them, it's only $1 shipping. So even if you just do it one time for $1 shipping, because I don't even know if I'm going to do it again if the shipping doesn't, make it worth it. That's all I had on brandless. Brandless, no affiliation.
Some things seem good, some things, yeah. we'll see. But we just wanted to share our experience with it, what we thought of it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Want to do some community stuff?
Yeah, we can.
Because we're like a half an hour into it.
Yeah, unless you guys had any questions. There's a lot happening in the homesteading community right now, and we thought we'd take some opportunities to maybe not all of us follow the same people. And where are all my updates?
Yeah, so we've been trying to do live streams. This is our second week in a row. We're going to keep trying to do Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. And one of the things that we want to start doing maybe is every couple of weeks, instead of just talking about us all the time, we want to talk about some other people too.
Yeah.
Because we're watchers of the community just like you guys are. And there's things going on that are interesting to us. And so we're sure they're interesting to you too.
Yeah, I think last week I asked, so what was the best thing you saw on YouTube this week? And it was hard to get the conversation going, so I thought I would spearhead it by just saying what I was most excited about going on. And it's not necessarily always on YouTube. I might see it on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Texas Boys collaboration launched this week, and that was with, I think, 3 other channels, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, 3 or 4 other channels. And I told them in the comments, I was like, okay, this video sold me without a doubt on how awesome it would be to have a family milk cow, especially if I could have your honey. Because not only did they like talk about owning a cow and the milking process and how they take care of her and things like that, but then they bring the milk in the house, and between Goober and Texas Mom, they strained it and stored the milk. They made butter. They made cheese. They talked about giving their whey to their animals. What else did you guys make? I was like everything in like a matter of 10 minutes. They had all their products on the counter, and I'm like, okay, we totally need that. That was awesome.
And they covered all that in 20 minutes, including a magic refrigerator.
Oh yeah, the magic refrigerator. That was great. I know, Bobblehead. I so want a milk cow now. Me too. It was really, really good. And since then, I've watched Homesteaders, and I've watched Jeff Kipp. Is it Jeff Kipp, I think, at Thousands of Roots. And those were great, great episodes. Who else? Oh, we wanted to give you an update on Jenny. So Pratt Family Homestead posted an update on Jenny's doing well enough to get outside and see CJ. So I know a lot of you guys, and us included, have been praying for her recovery. If you guys don't follow Pratt Family Homestead, they are another Michigan homestead. Sweet YouTubers, very active with a awesome Facebook group, the Pratt Family Homestead Friends. And Jenny recently had a surgery and had to take it easy, at least for a couple weeks. So that was a blessing to my heart to get to see her. Yeah, Kip Smith, that was it. To see her out and about and doing well. So that was good. I wanted to show, I don't think we have a picture of this because it was, I think it was just a message in Facebook, but the Hollar Homestead, if you guys don't follow them, they are getting ready to move from their California suburban little homestead, and you're distracting me.
Oh, sorry. You can ignore anything that's on the screen.
I know, but it's distracting. Sorry. He's just clicking.
I'll stop. I was going to try to bring up the Hollar Homestead for
No. They got...
Meg.
Yes, Meg. And selling their home and going with all their children, traveling the United States. Really kind of almost in vacation mode. They have no major plans on They need to be here at a certain time. And eventually they're going to land, from what I understand, in their forever homestead place. So they put their house on the market, I think maybe less than 10 days ago, and they got their offer. So while that market or home is in escrow right now, so let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers that that all goes through and they're able to fulfill their homesteading dreams and journey this great country that we live in. Let's do. I'm very excited about what I'm seeing going on over at Alderman Farms. If you guys don't follow Alderman Farms on Instagram, Tommy's been giving us some inside scoop of an ebook he's working on for marriage tips for men. And who doesn't like rule number 1, wash the dishes, hubbies? Anyway, and they're all, it's cracking me up too. Every single rule is rule number 1 so far. So one of them was cute. It was like dance with your wife even when the music's not playing. They've been really, really sweet. And I think it's going to be a great ebook. And I hope he gets the chance to do a video on it soon because I'm excited about what's to come over there. And then I wanted to share, who else do we have? Oh, Amy Fewell has, I'm sure a lot of you know, but she has the Homesteaders Herbal Companion is just like a month and a half away from being released. She's had her pre-release sales going on. You can still get in on that. I think it's like a 7% discount right now on Amazon for those pre-release sales. And I know this book is going to be amazing. Probably amazing for both experts in the herbal field as well as newbies. I would consider myself a complete newbie. And I think it would make a great purchase. And also just contributing and supporting our local community is always an awesome opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I think even Joel Salatin.
Yep, he wrote the forward.
In her book for her, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was neat to see.
A couple people joined. Bobblehead joined. Heritage Ways.
I saw Heritage Ways
is taken off already. They were here for a little while. They had to take off.
Okay.
I'm starting over here, Christy.
We're just catching up on the comments. Talks amongst yourselves. Here's another one. It's kind of funny and it's relevant, and I don't know if it'll be relevant next week, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. And it may be controversial to some of you, and that's fine. I really have no opinion necessarily one way or the other. But if you don't follow Pure Living for Life, they probably had my perception, maybe an accidental oops on the mood that Alyssa was in at the time when she said what she said about a lot of us playing homesteading. But if you want a laugh, there are some great videos out there responding to her from our local homestead community. Lumna Acres was phenomenal in his response. There's some that are definitely inappropriate, so just be careful before you click on them. But some of them are cute. Obviously, it rubbed a sore note with much of our community that is working very, very hard to do what they can to be more self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Even if that means that they're not building their own home or they live in an urban small homestead area. But we are all doing the absolute best we can do. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there because it's probably one of those 15 seconds of fame things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think Don't Eat the Grass did.
Homestead Dad did too. Hey, Homestead Dad's here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, right?
Yeah, Jeff.
Yep. Jeff did some responses to that. There's even some like brand new channels that have just popped up where people are using like computer animated characters.
That's the inappropriate
and
ones.
those ones are pretty inappropriate.
Don't go
and
click
it uses
on
some foul language, so you really don't want to watch those ones.
Some people are just jumping on the bandwagon because it's easy.
Yeah.
But that's what we've got. So what did you guys see amazing on YouTube this week and in the community? Because that's what we're all about. We just want to promote each other and grow. And I might not see something that you guys saw, and I want to go check it out. Oh, the Don't Eat the Grass one was hilarious.
That outfit she was wearing.
Oh my gosh,
she was like,
dirt. Oh.
With the dirt on her face and stuff. That was great. And Two Family Homestead. Hi guys, welcome.
Oh my gosh, life goes north. So Mindy, if you have not seen Don't Eat the Grass spoof on her grocery hauls, and you guys, if you're easily sensitive, probably don't go watch it, but she's absolutely hilarious. You know, she's got an amazing sense of humor, and she's making fun of a lot of us that go and do these grocery hauls in all sweetness. And she's talking about how she's basically going out to the garden and look at all these eggplants, and she just got eggplants and eggplants.
Yeah, like 97 eggplants from her garden.
It was really funny.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do if I don't know if we'll do it every week, but every couple weeks we want to try to share with you what we've seen on YouTube that really interested us, what was entertaining to us, and share it with you and give some shout outs to some other people, because we've had a lot of people give us shout outs.
I have to do one
started. And
yeah, I've got to do one more just because time is short. And that is Frugal Family Food is doing a fundraiser selling t-shirts.
Oh,
really, yeah. So you can go to our Instagram channel and show them that one t-shirt. I went ahead and bought one just because I thought it was super cute.
This is it, right?
Yeah.
Let me try to get there.
And right there, that one.
I gotta make sure I move it up so I can see it.
Isn't that cute though? I eat frugal because I can. And Amanda, she drew those ball jars, so that was pretty cool. But what they're trying to do is raise money to build their Frugal Family Food website that I suppose is going to have like tons of recipes and different way to engage and just a benefit for being in that group. So that's pretty amazing and worth supporting. So they have, I think, t-shirt sales going on through the middle of February.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea. Are you still showing it?
No.
Okay.
Is there anything else from Instagram you wanted to share?
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, your funny picture.
No.
Did you guys see that? Who's that guy?
No. I'm not going to click on it.
That's funny.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's that guy? Oh, my gosh.
I think that was my junior or senior year in high school.
I'm sure it's your junior year because your senior year would have been your senior actual
Right,
photos.
would have been my senior picture.
Yeah, we had to do... one of the random facts was a question, and that was just funny to get to throw that in there. Yeah,
and that was we put that video out on Monday morning. Why we do what we do collaboration.
Yeah, that was fun.
Basically, like why do you YouTube? What are your goals on YouTube? What are some of your favorite videos? And I think the last question was a random fact about yourself that you haven't already shared with people. So if you haven't seen that video from us yet, check it out.
Yeah,
and
funny.
You'll probably see that picture of me from back in the day towards the end of the video. So watch the whole thing if you haven't.
Oh my goodness. That's basically all the news that we have. If you didn't see Pratt Pack tonight too, or Pratt Family Homestead, they did their bacon video today on their bacon taste-off from all their different pigs that they raised. And it sure looked good.
And Two Family Homestead was here.
Oh, they are? Hey, Two Family.
Two Family was here, and I can tell people that we're going to be, is it their Monday Night Live show?
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Live show we have scheduled with us as the guests in April.
April 16th, I think.
April 16th, we'll be on Two Family Homesteads interview that night. What are people saying?
No, Chelsea said, must be some famous guy.
Famous guy, yeah. That was me, black hair and 20.
No, 30. Almost 30
29
years ago.
years younger, 28 years younger, 30.
Yeah. Hey, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Good to have you here. I think that's it. I always feel weird staying on when I don't have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, we generally make a list. We kind of know ahead of time what we want to talk about, so we like to get the pictures prepared. We like to get our browser set up so that we can actually share things with you as we go. We don't want it.
I'm not a good chit chatter.
No,
so you guys have to ask. I'm not. You guys have to ask me questions to chit chat.
Yeah, surely somebody has something.
Yeah. I don't know what else is new. Oh, I know. We have family news. So our, I don't know. So we have two 20-year-olds. One of our 20-year-olds two 21-year-olds. One of our 21-year-olds got engaged last fall. He's stationed in Hawaii in the Navy. So if you follow us on Instagram, that's why we were over in Hawaii last fall. And first off, he's going on his first major deployment starting early in a couple weeks, and he'll be underway for, he's a submariner. He'll be underway for 6 months, doing several ports of calls over in whatever you call South Korea and all that area of our globe. So pray for, number one, his safety and his safe return. And then 2, they set a wedding date, finally, for December 20th of this year in Hawaii. So I got to figure out how to swing that, being it's at Christmas time. Originally, they said that they were just going to elope. And then he popped up out of the ocean and called me last night and said, so we kind of want our family there. I'm like, oh, okay. Of course, as a mom, you want to be there, but it's just an effort to fly 17 hours.
It was rough. We went.
It was really hard.
October, is that when we went? October.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long flight.
Yeah.
It's beautiful there, though.
Oh, it is.
The mountains, everything's green, waterfalls.
Yeah.
It was really pretty.
So I'm about to be an official mother-in-law. That's exciting. A bit aging, but exciting. Thanks.
And I see Noah's Ark has joined.
Hey, Noah's Ark.
Practically our neighbor.
Yeah.
At least your parents. Your parents are kind of our neighbors.
Yeah.
You were a neighbor.
Awesome.
Subs and surface ships. Cool.
I think he's a sub guy until he leaves.
Yeah, unless he always talked about the Navy SEAL thing, but I don't know if that's still an aspiration of his.
Yeah, I doubt it with him. He's kind of already thinking about, I've got 4 more years in, and he's in his 4th year right now, and he's kind of already seen the end and wanting to think about what civilian opportunities he might have. They're on Oahu, Mindy. He lives just outside of Pearl Harbor. That's all I got, folks.
That's all you got.
That's
So
all I
yeah,
got.
if there's people who don't know us, most of us, we have 5 kids.
We do have 5 kids.
Rachel talked about 1, our Navy boy.
We should say, how do we have 5 children?
How do we have 5 kids?
We're a blended family.
Right.
He has 2 boys. I have 3. Sorry, that's not 3. This is 3. Go ahead, you started. I'm an interrupter.
Me start? So my boys, my oldest is 22, youngest 21.
My oldest is 21. I have a 19-year-old. And then our daughter that's still at home is almost 17. She'll be 17 in April.
Mm-hmm. Is finance from Hawaii? Nope. She lives just down the street, about 5 miles down there. They met in high school?
Yeah, they've been dating since they were in 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been married 9 years. It'll be this year.
Mm-hmm. In July?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. My brother was stationed in San Diego in the Navy. My sister lives in San Diego right now.
Sorry, I'm reading. I have old man eyes. What else about us? Well, so our pups, we only have 2 dogs.
At one time we had 4.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was hard.
We have two dachshunds.
And these make great urban farm dogs. They add no value really on a big farm. They're scaredy cats out here.
Yeah, they bark.
And we have coyotes, and that makes them just freak out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we might share some next week maybe on our live stream, but I went out last week. I think we talked about our land survey.
Oh, yeah.
So we hired a company. We need to put up some fencing. We want to do some perimeter fencing all the way, within our budget. Eventually, we want to perimeter fence our whole property.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do it right and to do it properly, we need to know exactly where our property lines are, especially on the sides. Because on one side we do have a neighbor, the other side we have a neighbor,
mm-hmm.
and then the back is mostly just farm fields. But we don't want to encroach on anybody, so we need to know where our property lines are. And the survey company came yesterday. To start the process out in our back field. But there was tire tracks like through our yard back there, and I'm like, what the heck
you
is
weren't
this
positive
going
at
on?
the time it was them. Mm-hmm.
But I do have a game trail camera set up way out in the back of our property with some deer food back there.
I'm trying not to distract you yet. We did buy them, we just don't have them yet.
Oh, yeah. So I walked back there, I followed the tracks all the way back there, and I saw that they drove to the corners of the property. I'm like, okay, that's probably the survey people. And then I thought, well, I have a game trail camera back here. I'll just pull the card out of that, and I'll know exactly who was back here. And it was the survey company. But I was flipping through some of the videos, and there's a lot of deer back there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple videos that were captured of like 4 or 5 does all around this little food block eating. Big, huge buck, probably an 8-point, and several nighttime shots of coyotes just cruising through our property back there.
Yeah, I tried to watch what you had on the computer. I only saw one. Maybe we'll show you next week, but you're going to have to excuse the quality of the video because this new game trail camera is not what we have at our cabin. I don't know, it's just a lemon, I guess. But we knew we could hear them, but we thought that they were running up and down the creek. And they're, I guess, going across our property to get to the creek before we can hear them. So that's, I guess, something for me to keep, now we have proof that, they're actually on our property. Mm-hmm. We are getting goats in a couple months. So just thinking about that extra layer of security. And, maybe someday in the future, a livestock guardian dog is in something that we're going to have to consider, I guess. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yep, and someone was asking about bees. We did find a local source for bees. there's a lot of people that sell bees in Michigan, but you have to be careful. I don't know if you really have to be careful, but a lot of the places that sell bees around here, they buy them from Georgia, South Carolina, and they ship them up here every spring, and you can go and buy them. And I've heard a lot of stories from some local Michigan people that they just do not fare too well over the winter.
Right.
Multiple people, same thing. I bought them. They came from Georgia. They didn't survive the winter. So one of the things we really wanted with our bees this year, since it's our first time, we really wanted to find somebody local here in Michigan who has bees, who kept them over the winter, and they survived. And that would be the bees that we would get. I found one guy on Facebook, linked up with that guy, sent him my pre-order for one nucleus colony from him, and then I just found another guy the other day from Brooklyn, Michigan, which is where Michigan International Speedway is located, which is also out by the Pratts, and he does the same thing. I don't know how many hives he has, but it looks like 35 or 40 in his backyard.
Yeah. So we were thankful that we could still find them because there were a lot of folks that were already sold out. But we think we found exactly what we were looking for, so that's good. Laura, you asked if we got the survey before we got our land surveyed before we bought it, and we didn't, only because the paperwork for the property came with a survey mapping. Our issue is we can't find the points.
Right.
So we just want to get it redone and be here when they do it. We're actually going to have them mark off down the two neighboring properties every 200 feet. So we just have a clear line of sight. We know where our boundaries are. What they said, I guess, is in farm fields, because our back property is all farm field, that as the tractors go through there and till up the land, they could have tilled up the points, and they're not there anymore. So
yeah, we definitely had a good map.
Yeah,
and it
very
shows
nice
all
map.
the angles and the points of exactly how big our property was. But you look
Good
at
night,
that.
Texas boys.
Texas boys, thanks for coming. But looking at a map without GPS coordinates, I mean, I'm a tech guy, so GPS coordinates are cool to me. I can go find them, but
Yeah.
survey maps don't have that. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're about 2 minutes out, so I'm ready to say goodnight, and I thank you guys all so much for being here. This was so much fun.
Yeah, it was
like
a great
lots
one.
of good feedback and good information in here.
Yep, and I see more people have dash hounds.
Oh, they do go after badgers. I don't have badgers here that I know of, though, but I've got lots of moles. If they'll dig in and find those moles, I'd be very happy.
2 Pomeranians and 5 German Shepherds. Wow. That's a lot of pups.
Good night, Mindy. Good night, Chelsea.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Good night, Noah's Ark. Good night, Laura. Good night, Christy. Good night, Jeff. Good night, Mud Pie.
Notice that
First
old
one
show.
in the
It was
chat.
The Waltons.
Oh, yeah. Good
When
night.
they would lay in bed. And good night, John Boy.
Yeah.
Good night, Rachel. Good night, Todd.
Good night, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye-bye.